Hi there, I'm Matt Holland and you're watching Irish Football Fan TV.
Wales won, Ireland nil. Horrible night. Thoughts afterwards?
To be honest, to be expected more than anything, but we were pretty poor in the middle of the park, I have to say. Now, with that said, Arthur and Hendrick, I didn't rate Hendrick at all tonight. Christie, he got on the ball, his pass completion is probably really good, but they're all backwards. Callum Robinson, brilliant tonight, thought he was very good. I don't know why he got taken off, to be honest. I didn't bring Maguire on. I was watching the warm-up even at half-time. He looked a bit off the pace. Even just think, now he came on, he did well, it was fine. Overall, the lads at the back didn't do much wrong. Stupid free kick from Harry Arthur. And I was standing behind it, and Randolph completely to blame, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was kind of one of those, like, we watched him score an absolutely worldly from a similar enough free kick position, maybe a little bit further out for Derby against at Old Trafford against United. And it was kind of one of those moments where, you know, I went to Paul at the time and was like, this is going in. You know, he's going to stick that. It just felt like, you know, this is going to be another nail in the coffin, and here we go. And he stuck it. Yes, when you watch back the replay, there's questionable movement, to say the least, isn't it?
Oh, well, I was literally where I was sitting was right behind him, and when he hit it, I'd say Randolph. Now, they always say if a keeper takes a step to the left, he's out of position. A hand out, or if he had been a little bit more on his toes, he would have got it, in my opinion. I was standing right behind it. I'm not a goalkeeper, but with that said, he in my opinion, he really should have gotten a hand to it.
Yeah, like overall, like after a bad result like that, look, O'Neill's questioned, or every decision he's going to make is going to be questioned even more when the doom and gloom is going to kick in. Overall, I suppose the biggest things that you'll probably stand out for me personally, you know, is his Christie getting in midfield. We spoke of it briefly there, but he's passing being okay, but he looked kind of lost at times, didn't he? Yeah,
well, the thing about it was his passing was okay, but it was always back. It was always side to side and back. He never did anything positive on it. Every time he got on the ball in a decent position, he turned the back and plays it 10 yards back to Duffy. Now that's fine and all if he's looking at the stats at the end of the game, but as far as positivity goes, it's not good enough. There's small things about O'Neill, like the one thing that I noticed just from watching the game is from throw-ins, they're absolutely brutal. There's no movement, and you can see, and he's rather famously known for not working on set pieces in training. You can see flat out that he's not working on them because they get a throw-in and everyone kind of stands still, nobody moves. Then once first makes a static movement, then they throw the ball. It's always looped up the line. The long throws don't seem to work. They never seem to hit Duffy. That seems to be the overall tactic for it. But I don't know. I'd say he's coming under big fire now.
Well, that's the thing now, really. Is there a way forward? Like, that's bottom of the group. That's another opportunity at a seeding gone out the window pretty much. Looks like we're going to get relegated now. Times, everything is looking pretty grim. You know, the stadium kind of emptied. A few boos as well towards the end. And like, I don't think you can really underestimate just how weakened Wales were tonight. Where do we go from here? Is it time for a change? Do we move on? Does he keep on going to the end of the campaign, or what do you think could happen?
Well, I've always been a supporter of O'Neill. I always think he's, you know, if he's given a chance, he can do well. But in this day and age, those little things like throw-ins and stuff make a huge deal. And whether he's a good man motivator, which apparently he is, that kind of goes out the window if you're not doing all the things that all other football managers are doing now. I was at the Denmark game the other day, and they pressed in pairs and threes, and tonight, you know, Callum Robinson pressed, and you'd see him turn around and the ball would get played 5 yards and he'd kind of go, where's the rest of the lads? Like, and they're the things that every manager does now. And if you brought in and then obviously the one everyone's talking about is Mick McCarthy. If you brought in someone who's managed more recently in this sort of modern day climate, then I think he'd be a really good choice. It depends. Obviously, if they get him out and bring in Sam Allardyce, do you know what I mean?
You're trying to depress us all together.
Exactly. So if they brought him in and bring in Sam Allardyce, I'm going to kind of go, no, absolutely not. If they have a ready-made replacement who's good enough, then absolutely.
Well, look, we can only hope for improvement. I dare say things can't get any worse, but you never know with Ireland, do you? Thanks very much.
Cheers, no problem at all.
Thank you.